Alright, hi guys, it's Carl from Monkee Mods. So today I'm back again to do another unboxing video on this latest Gel Blaster. This is the latest AUG from the LeHui. This model has been anticipated by many because previously there's just not a single decent AUG model available. So let me just begin with unboxing it. Now the box is pretty standard LeHui type of a box, I suppose. So once you open it, we printed like this. There's a protective film. Oh wait, let me just adjust a little bit. So okay, yeah. So see the protective film. User manual. The user manual is pretty detailed actually, so it will tell you how to disassemble the entire blaster, not to the point that you can remove the gearbox. Oh, actually it does. From assembling the upper receiver, the outer barrel, to taking out the entire gearbox itself. So that's pretty neat. I recommend to keep this, even though it's all in Chinese, but the illustration is pretty good. Right, so let's just put that aside. So this is the blaster. Typical type of I don't know what it's called. It's not foam, but something to just keep the blaster parts in their own place. So this is the, what's this called even? Is this a receiver? I don't know. Or is this a receiver? But anyhow, the body. This is the body. It's pretty solid in hand. Has a very good weight on it. I'm not sure if they actually use any sort of the weight to make it feel more solid or something, but we'll crack it open later. But first impression, this is very good. As this, the grease factor, they did not disappoint this time also. It's very sturdy. It's not shiny or right. So just put this aside. The upper receiver and the outer barrel assembly. The inner barrel and the T-hop is here. So basically it just means that you can take these two apart easily without any funny things, which also means if you have a hop up over, you don't need to be worried about that when you need to get access to the gearbox. So right, so let's just check this receiver out. This whole piece is made of nylon mainly. There's some metal rods here. This is the charging handle mechanism. You can also lock the charging handle. Up here there's a little notch here that you can lock the charging handle in place. So that's good, good detail. There's a button here, I'm not sure what it does, but we'll figure out that later. For grip, it's made of nylon, two-piece construction. You can see some screw holes here. Now it does click in place pretty nicely. You won't be able to swing it out. So to deploy it, you have to pull it and then pull it down, and it's spring loaded. So to take it back, retract it, deploying it. So it does wobble a little bit. This is a bit of a bummer, but not too much of a problem, I hope. Probably won't just break off during game. This is the top rail, the standard AUG type. So the cuts out the notch is not the standard Picatinny. There is an option to swap it out to a full Picatinny, a metal one, but we'll save that for another video. So this is nylon, but this nylon is actually pretty sturdy. It doesn't bend easily when you're actually trying to bend it. So probably should be okay if you mount a scope on it. Other than that, you do have slings here with metal. the T-hop here, you can actually get a replacement already. So if you need to replace the inner barrel, you can do so. And that's about it. The outer barrel is nylon as well, very sturdy. There's no weird, there's no anything unusual here. You know, especially on nylon, we are usually worried that the molding quality is bad, so it can actually bend. But on this, it's pretty straight. I mean, pretty straight. So anything else I'm missing? I think that's pretty much about it. Now, I'm just going to do a quick disassembly on this thing in a bit. So let me just finish everything in the box first. The magazines. This is good. The whole thing is made of nylon as well. Good stuff. And an orange muzzle with the sling. Garbage. A safety glass. Some gels. And an empty bottle here. So that's it from the box. I will be putting this away. Alright, let's put this together. Alright, before that, let me just show you how cool this thing can be disassembled. So, the outer barrel unit can actually be disassembled from the receiver itself. So, to do that, you first have to pull the charging handle, because you can see there's a knob here. This is actually a lock from the charging handle. If your charging handle is at the forward positions, you won't be able to disassemble it. So basically just pull this thing back, lock it here. And this knob will unlock another pin or not, I don't know. Just pull it and then you can twist it. So once that's done, you can just yank the whole thing out. Yeah, there you go. I turned it the wrong side. So this is how it looks like when the outer barrel unit is out. So when you have to change the inner barrel, you do have to do this step because you need to get access to the T-hop. To do that, you have to unscrew here, this screw, and this screw, and then you can take out the back part of the outer barrel, because this part and this part is separated. So once you've done that, then you can take the entire T-hop out and replace one with aluminium barrel. So I'm not going to do that, but I do know that the original inner barrel is made of acrylic, and it doesn't even actually reach the end of the outer barrel. It just reaches until here. So not good designs because the jowl will actually have some frictions when it gets in contact with this outer barrel. So the FPS probably will be affected. So it's strongly recommended that you actually upgrade the inner barrel with the aluminum so that it matches the outer barrel. Or you do have the option to change this part of the outer barrel into the steel one, like this. This is the steel outer barrel. It's shorter. This is shorter. So once it's installed, it goes in this way. So then the stock inner barrel will expose just a little bit until here. So once you install this is also aftermarket parts. This is actually a steel muzzle, AUG steel muzzle. So once you install the muzzle, it will be just flush. Right, so I'll be doing another video on that when I replace just doing a little bit upgrade on the AUG. So this is it. It's not bad. I suppose this is actually plastic, it's not nylon, but the rest of it is nylon. Let me just put this back. So to put back, before we do that, let's just have a look here. The details is pretty good. Right, so let's just put it back. To do that, just slide it in. Make sure the T-hop going back all the way to the receiver. And once that's done, you align front part of it and just click. So everything clicks in place. Now this is a complete unit. So this is the receiver itself, and this is the pin or tap. A tap to lock the upper receiver in. So to put this upper receiver, you have to make sure that this piece is not at the 4 positions, or your charging handle will stuck. So just make sure that it's behind here, behind the charging handle. Make sure it's working before you put the upper and the body together. And then you can put back the locking tab. It's not sitting flush. Let me try it the other way. Yep, flush. Make sure that the tab is flush. The magazine, just put it in and see how it looks like. I'm not going to mount this. I suppose this mount to here. I'm not going to do this in this video. So alright, so here you have your AUG, assembled AUG. Just see how it looks like. The 4-brick deployed. Now, first impression, a very solid blaster. This is very heavy, especially this part. I suppose this is where the gearbox goes, but I don't remember the gearbox being so heavy, especially the stock blaster, the stock gearbox comes with nylon gears, it's not metal. So I'm going to bet that there's some sort of metal weight installed behind here. So going through the blaster, the muzzle, it's nylon. Basically everything here you see is nylon, as usual, unless you start putting some metal parts over it. But otherwise, first impression is pretty good. Everything is pretty well made. Feels really solid in hand. So because there isn't much feature on the AUG, because it's clean. So I won't be describing much. So I'm just going to go ahead and do some test shooting and see what FPS it does. But from the testing from others, user is probably going to do 220 to 230 FPS. It's not a really good FPS, to be frank, at this point, because most of the stock blaster are actually doing 240, 250 and above. But I know one of the reasons why is because the inner barrel is not actually extending all the way out to the outer barrel, and they, for some reason, LeHui actually use the potted cylinder on such a long barrel setup. So it's probably not enough air, air within to push out the gel efficiently. Some upgrade is probably needed to make it, to realize its full potential. Because with such a long inner barrel, you should be doing really good FPS with the correct cylinder air volume. So anyhow, let me just take out the mag. This is the mag itself, I showed earlier. This is where you put in the gels. I'm just going to go ahead and put some gel in. And right the battery, almost forgot. So this is the butt pad, and this is where you get access to the battery. So just squeeze it and pull it out, so you can get access to the battery compartment. And there's an interesting tabs or sort of a cover here. This is made of metal. Let me just take it out and see. what is the deal? There's tabs here. Right, I suppose this is, wow, okay, this is quite heavy. There's a whole chunk of a metal here. There's a spring-loaded tabs here, so that it will stay in place snugly when it's installed. And this is how it looks like within the gearbox itself. Same as the Vector, is using a clear polycarbonate gearbox shell. And the chips, can't really see from here, but how it looks like, the chips is this type. So one of the concern with the Vector is that the Vector is going to be, is using the same chips, same type of chips. And the main concern was that these chips can be worn or burnt with usage. So one of the problem was you can't really use the plaster extensively, because once it heats up, it can burn the chips. But with the AUG, it's still going to use the same chip. It has the same chip. So they actually standardize the chips. So the Vector and the AUG will be using is on the same chip. So and they actually even reduce the price right now. So I think they used to go for $70, $60, I remember. But now the new chip is going to cost you $40 or $45 if you needed a replacement. And all the wires are already done for you. The battery, and this goes with the motor. It has a tab in, so you don't need to do any soldering. So if this is of a concern that stops you from buying the AUG or the latest, the Vector, don't be, because the spare parts are abundant right now. So anyhow, let me just put this very heavy metal. Actually, is this a heat shield? You know, to prevent the heat from the motor to transfer to the battery. I don't know, but it is pretty neat. Let me just go off camera and put it back. Unseal it. So this is the battery compartment. A lot of space here, so you can fit most of the battery available in the markets. This is a Boss Life 4 3S battery. You will be able to fit in there comfortably. And in case you have a Vector, have a colourless battery, of course it will fit in there just comfortably. So in this test, I'm just going to go ahead and use this colourless battery. Right, so now let's try to do some firing without the magazine in. So this button here is actually safety and the fire selector. And on the real steel AUG, there is no such thing. This switch just serves as a purpose of a safety switch. So when it's all the way push from the left side, the trigger is locked, it won't even bulge. So once you push, so this is a 3-stage switch, I suppose. Similar on the Vector, you can do single fire, burst, 3 shot bursts, and then a full auto. So on the AUG, this switch is going to be doing all of that. So all the way push to the right side from the left is safety, and then from the right side you push once. Oops. It's pretty hard to control. Okay. First click will be single fire. Trigger response very good. And if you push once more time, and then it will become a 3-shot burst. And if you push all the way down, full auto. Right. This is also actually one of my main complaint, because when it's all the way, on the safety position, the button actually protrude out a lot. So when you exercise trigger discipline, it actually blocks your hand, and like this. If it's on full auto, no problem there, but if it's on safety, it kind of blocks your hand, and you might actually accidentally activate it from safety. So that's one of the design that I don't really like, but not that much of a problem, I suppose, because after all this is a toy. So let me just put in the magazine. Now on the AUG model, of course, this is the magazine release as per the real steel. So this is very neat. The previous AUG has a very weird magazine release positions on here or somewhere, I can't remember. But so the magazine clicks in very positively, won't wobble. So let's just do that again because it's quite satisfying to hear the click. So this is how you use the max. And the preload. So notice that the preload actually, if you pull it all the way, it won't activate the switch. So that's the first stop. And then if you pull it all the way, it will start charging. So let's say if you want to leave it at the, I don't know what it's called. So I mean at these positions, it will not activate the switch. Only if you pull it all the way, it will start charging. So okay, now the blaster should be primed and ready to fire. So let's just do some test fire. Safety, semi. Not sure if you can hear it. Alright, that's single fire. Let's try 3-shot burst. Okay, that's pretty good actually. It fits perfectly. So let's try full auto in a bit. Oops. Yeah, I'm out of job. Pretty impressive actually. The feeding and how it works is very quiet. But I suppose if you have to actually shoulder it, your face planted here, you will still be hearing a lot of noise from the gearbox. You know, the piston moving forward and back. So let's just put on more gels. Oh yeah, one thing that I like on this blaster, this is also present on the Vector. Notice this is where the gel goes in. It has a small rubber there to prevent the gel from coming out when you have to reload. So gel comes out. So semi. 214, 216, 226, 300. I think that's an error. 227, 214, 219, 207, 217. It's not really good FPS. It's not really good FPS, but let's just move on and try the burst fire. 231, 233, 225. Better than single fire. 234, 223, 214. 232, 226, 200. So around 220 to 230. I suppose that's the expected FPS. So this time let's just go all the way and do the full auto. Two 230, 232, 231, 230, 234. Okay, quite consistent in full auto. It's doing about 230 FPS. That's not too bad. But of course, it can be improved because the inner barrel is so long and it's actually using a ported cylinder. So if I get this blaster, I mean, I probably will just upgrade it right away with a full volume cylinder, and then an aluminium barrel that goes all the way out to the to the outer barrel. So if you like the AUG, definitely can recommend this because there will be a lot of aftermarket parts made available for it. There will be a CNC A3 receiver making for it. They're very cool. The one that makes the whole thing look like a very futuristic blaster will be made available soon, probably end of this month or early early next month, August. So I'll be reviewing that kit as well once it reaches us. So for now, if you like the AUG, I can definitely recommend this, but you will have to do a bit of an upgrade and work before you can make it effective in game, especially because first, the stock inner barrel doesn't even extend all the way out, so there's no way you can install any kind of pop-up. I know there are some 3D printed muzzle type pop-up where you just install it over and then it has a pop-up effect, but still you'll be having a lot of I don't know what it's called, but supposedly dead space, because that's not where the inner barrel goes to. So once the gel exceeds the inner barrel, you will have some frictions here, and through the pop-up, more frictions, so definitely your FPS will be affected. So still, if you like the AUG, this is the best. This is your best bet. I can definitely recommend it. Currently in Malaysia, this is probably going for around 350 to 380. But bear in mind, you will not get any batteries. So I mean, for that price, and probably you want to get your own nice battery as well. So that's your guideline, 350 to 280. Try not to pay anything more than that because it's not that expensive. Just nothing more than 400 bucks, I would say. So with that, I concluded the unboxing and the first impression video. See you guys next time with more goodies, especially the Gearbox. Thank you very much. See you guys again.